let's talk a little bit about current events, because things are ramping up and it is all a script brought to you by secret services and a certain place in the Middle East. Here we have Rabbi Simon Jacobson, who gives lessons on Kabbalah, and if we see his image here, we have a meteor. Now he says what comes next, and essentially Rabbi Jacobson agrees with what I've been saying in my videos, that this is a massive change, and this is it. Now what he's not telling you is that all this is actually man-made. It's a script, and they're trying to bar you into this end times idea, and essentially it's because they want to build a new age, and he even admits this, because technology now will take away most jobs, and so not as many people are needed, and all these events will create a new age, and it's all connected with everything that's gone on. And obviously it's very difficult to talk about here, but it's all connected to the William Shakespeare, Albert Pike's letter, and the shills are coming out in force. You're seeing that about 99% of YouTubers are shills, and as I say, it is all a script, and it seems that after these events we will have a kind of one world religion in that country, in the Middle East, a trinity of the Abrahamic religions. We will also have it understood through a new age theosophical context. So those religions will be seen through a theosophical context, a new age context, and this is how all these things that they've been funding are all linked, and they're buying you into this end time prophecy through videos, films, and they are the ones that own it all. They own these films. I don't need to read a Mark Devlin book to know who runs Hollywood and the music industry. So things are ramping up, and they are engineering this conflict between Islam and Christians with Tommy Robinson and Ali Dawah. They're both shills, and because things are going to kick off in the Middle East, and all that's going to be done. But then there is going to be a reconciliation between the faiths, and this is all planned. Okay, you will also have the United Nations moved to that country in the Middle East. It will be destroyed in America. America is going to fight the wars, and it's going to be reset, and we're close to the big events. Okay, it's either going to be a meteor or a palma or a combination of both. It's all scripted. Now what's interesting is that we have this Venezuelan coup, or democratic elections, and this seems to be represented in the film IPEC Goat 2. So we seem to be in the right year, as I said, when the earthquake happened on 1/1, and these events are progressing, and it seems like the Venezuelan thing is coming, and the communism will fall in Venezuela. So this is a huge, massive rewriting of the global map which is going to happen, and it's all scripted, and the World Economic Forum are actually stooges, and it's all propaganda, and the real goal is this televised Zion, and they have to create the bad guys and then give you the solution with the good guys, but they are all controlled. It's all a plan, and it's all controlled by the same people. So we have the Venezuelan guy drowning in IPEC Goat 2. So this is the year, and the events are coming soon. So we have this incident in Southport, and yesterday they reported it as 2 dead and 9 injured. That's 2, that's 1-1, and that's 9 injured. That's a 9/11, and it happened on 2/9, again 1/1, 9, 9/11, and it happened in July. So that's 2, 9, 11, and then you have 7, and this is another warning of this flooding event. Now we had Ali Al, so AA11, and if you notice that this AA in the names, like you have Ancient Alien, Artemis and Apollo, they are 1-1, 1-1, is the duality, then you have the three, which is the trinity, which is the synthesis, which is enlightenment. So you can see the people who are behind these events, and they are stirring it up. They are stirring it up. They're going to have a big war in the Middle East. A lot of it will be not as it seems. All sides are controlled. And then they will have this kind of unified religion of peace in that country, in the Middle East. And it will be based on the trinity of Abrahamic beliefs, but it will be interpreted within a New Age context of spiritual enlightenment. So we have the Paris thing, and this is all a theatre production brought to you by Dassom. The director was a beep. This woman here with the Statue of Liberty is a beep. This is just showing you that the end of America as we know it is going to be soon. There's going to be a new America due to all these events. As I've said, La Palma, Meteor, World War III with Iran, and so forth. We have the Abraham Accords, which has lots of the symbolism here of the united religions. We have it here, which Trump signed. And what you have is, it looks like the William Shakespeare here, the tech in the William Shakespeare. We have the palm tree, La Palma. This is the Temple of Solomon. The Temple of Solomon, the palm, it was decorated with palm trees. The Dome of the Rock is based on the palm tree. So the palm represents the resurrected phoenix. So we're going into a new age, and so the phoenix is resurrected in the new age. There is a painting by Leonardo da Vinci called The Adoration of the Virgin, where you have the rebuilding of the Temple of Solomon, and you have a laurel tree which represents Apollo, and then you have the palm tree which represents the resurrected phoenix. The resurrected phoenix, the sun, in the new age. We have the 1-1 symbolism again, the AA, which is in all these events. You also have AI. The I is the capstone in the pyramid. AI. Now this seems very like Stanley Kubrick's film 2001, where the apes touch the monolith and they become enlightened, they become clever, but they have a duality of nature. They can kill or they can create. And as I've said, these people believe in duality and synthesis, and the synthesis is Lucifer, is man going up the ladder closer to understanding God. And so we have the higher self here with Isis and the dove. Now we have Saturn here. Now the Saturn, which is the hexagram, which is on the country in the Middle East, is a symbol of alchemy and magic. Now what I believe it is that the hex, this is to do with what they believe is that there is another dimension, which is the spiritual dimension, where through these rituals we can contact other entities. And this is the Saturn symbolism. And these entities have been behind, have helped man's ascent. And this is confirmed by Rabbi Jacobson, who admits that the Kabbalah has a dark side where you contact spirits. And so these shills are out in force, like this shill, Nigel Watson, who lived in a kibbutz in Israel, and his channel was created in 2021, promoted sustainable development, and he is defending that country when that country pushed the William Shakespeare the fastest. And he is a complete hypocrite when the country he supports does not even believe in his own religion. So the country he supports does not believe in what he says he is, and yet he's criticizing people for doubting the Bible. But the people he supports do not believe in the New Testament. In fact, they are extremely anti it, and they are the ones who have been funding culture which has been taking the mickey out of Jesus, as you see in the Olympic ceremony and in modern art. It's quite interesting that you hardly ever see the Old Testament mocked. It's always the New Testament, showing you that who's behind it. And this man is a total shill, like the other shills, like Fair Play Now and all those shills. Johnny come latelys, they're a disgrace. And it all seems connected to this, that after these events there will be a unified religion connected to these Abraham Accords, AA11. And we have it here in these symbols here. So you have the AA11, Isis, the arch, the capstone, And you have Isis. Isis is the capstone. She holds the two aspects. The Abraham Accords, 1-1. 1-1, Trinity, Isis. This is the big plan. To unify the religions, but within a New Age context. And it's all ramping up. And they are all shills. Ali Dawa. Chowdhury. Tommy Robinson, they are all on the payroll. This is all shilling. This is all to get you into this. They're ramping it up, and then after these wars, they will give you the solution, which will be the unified religion. Thank you.